Hi everybody, I'm Cedric Phillips, Star City Games Live, all that stuff. You guys probably know who I am. This, you?
I forgot who I am.
You're a Team
BBD.
Team BBD.
Yeah.
That's nice. This is Braun-Duin. He's going to do a Sill deck because he's having a little versus video challenge here.
Yeah.
With Chris Van Meter, your good buddy.
Yeah, I am.
Who's the favorite?
Team BBD.
Okay, perfect.
That's also the only words I can say. So.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Team BBD, that's it. So what we're going to do is he's got 6 packs of Constark here. There's Constark here, sealed Grand Prix taking place tomorrow. So what better way to get ready?
I'm gonna crack
right here.
I'm gonna crack some packs.
You're gonna crack some packs?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
This is the best part of the entire thing. It's not even really
It is actually. I actually just. You gotta scroll back to the rare. Trail of Mystery.
Trail of Mystery. This is
I think I'm just gonna move to the next pack.
This is kind of a mediocre card.
Yeah.
It's probably better than I think it is. So.
There's a Bear's Companion and a Ponyback Brigade.
You like that card? Big hoots?
It's a real hoot. Yeah. That card is. You have to pronounce it. Hooting. You can't just say it. So, all right.
I won't do that, but that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Hooting.
I mean, I will every time.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd say, did you say we're 0 for 1 on rares right now?
All right, we're 1 for 2. Because that card is a bomb.
Okay, that's rare. Okay.
Yeah.
1 for 2.
Yeah.
That card
is super good. It is a Rakshasa Death Dealer.
It's good.
CVM's already dead, so.
It's over. We're 2 packs in.
I mean, it's over. Like. You might as well drop.
You have one. Ooh, no, I hate you. I have to deal with this the entire time.
I'm just gonna make constant puns, so yeah.
All right, so you got a drop that. You've got Rakshasa.
Yeah, we had a lot of removal too. There's like a throttle debilitating injury. I mean, the green cards are good too. I mean, we have a Hooting Mandrills. I'm already locked in. So.
Okay, so we're green black.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, we got some more.
You didn't go to the rare.
All right.
Disappointed me.
It's a Jeskai Ascendancy. Hey!
Hey, that card's mediocre.
Maybe we could build a combo deck with that card.
Mediocre. That card's certainly not going to be banned in Modern tomorrow. You're right.
Yep, absolutely not. I mean, it probably won't, so. All right, let's see. All right, Abzan Falconer is pretty sweet. I'm already, CVM said he's already going to build against Abzan because he knows I'm going to build an Abzan deck.
You ready for a tough question?
What's
I'm
that?
Stop you right there. First pick.
I mean, this guy.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You take the 2 color card instead of this?
Oh yeah.
All right. All right.
All right. We have a Herald of Anafenza here too. I mean, I'm just locked in on Abzan right now. These cards are just like super powerful. Some more removal spells, some more Outlast guys. Another Hooting Mandrills. Is that game?
This deck is.
This is actually looking pretty good.
It's actually looking kind of good. I'm gonna check out your land situation here. Got the Nomad Outpost.
So that's basically a black-white dual land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a black-white dual. Okay.
Oh wow. All right. Foil Flooded Strand.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry to disappoint everyone, but we're not actually battling. I'm just gonna drop and go home. So.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I thought I had a Foil Flooded Strand. So have you found it, Cedric?
I don't want to bend that, so there you go.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't want to replace that.
I have to play this in my decks just so I can jam it. Turn 1.
And just search for a play.
Just straight up turn 1 against CVM. Just look them in the eye and be like, yeah.
Well, Strand, not bad.
Not bad.
Okay.
I've seen worse.
Does he get to keep the cards?
Can we get
do they stay in house?
Can we get a judge ruling on that?
Ooh, the turtle!
Yeah. All right, we got some turtle. We're gonna turtle a bit.
Ooh, a black-white land. Okay.
All right.
Rough Rider.
All right, this pack was kind of weak, but it's an Abzan banner.
That might be nice.
And a Gurmag Swiftwing.
Or as they call it in development, Batachroma. That's what it was called in development. Batachroma.
Batachroma?
That's correct.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna try to get that to catch on tomorrow during the broadcast. Let's see that someone plays it on camera.
All right, so that's everything. I'm gonna just pull out the good cards by color, or at least the ones I want to play. So,
all right.
This guy, these 9 million removal spells, and this Scavenge Flyer is actually like really good.
I have found Southside Scavenger to be pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah. He is. I think Despise might be good. I'm not sure. And then I don't think that Batachroma.
You don't like Batachroma?
I'm not a Batachroma fan.
So. Let's see what black cards. This is the black cards we're getting rid of.
Yeah, I mean, there's some in there that I'd play, but I'm just pulling out the actual cards that are like pushing me into the color.
Okay.
So
we'll set these over here.
All right. Well, there's like 7 Hooting Mandrills, so.
Yeah, 7, 1 mana, 4 force.
Yeah.
Not a bad place to be. The Sagu Archer, you've got 2 of those, so you're pretty good against flyers.
Dragon Scale Boon's actually really good. I've been like extremely impressed with that card.
Okay.
And then Longshot Squad is really, like all the Outlast creatures are just really, really good. So, especially this guy gives reach, which...
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm sorry.
Our good friend here, Mr. Tower Shell.
Did I leave the turtle out of it? That must have been a mistake.
That's what makes sure you don't make a mistake. I actually see you leave the Savage Punch on the bench. Do you not like this card?
I don't know. Like, it's hit or miss. Like, I think that it's like, as a sorcery, it's not as good as like a pit fight or whatever.
Okay.
But if you do have like fat guys like a 5/9 turtle,
yes,
that's pretty good.
Okay, fair enough.
Although you can't, like, you pump your guy into a 7 power and then attack, and then he gets exiled. Yeah. All right.
The camps are kind of split on this card, so to see it on your bench is I could definitely see that being a thing. Your deck might just be too good to play this card too.
Yeah, it already looks like we have a lot of sweet cards. I don't know. This red's not exciting me at all, but there's a bunch of 05 walls. Yeah.
Have you liked the 05 wall?
I like him in like a teamer deck.
Okay.
Or maybe a Jeskai deck. I haven't actually played much with Jeskai yet, so.
Okay.
Yeah, the red's not that exciting. The blue, there's an Icy Blast. I saw that in there. Icy Blast is just busted good. It's real good.
The old Icy Blast. Tap X target creatures. Ferocious, they don't untap. Okay, so that's like Crippling Chill.
It's like wrap
times
them.
a million, yeah.
Or, yeah. I don't know. There's got to be some card it compares to.
Might be worth the splash? Maybe?
Maybe.
Might be that good?
I mean, there's like not a lot of other good blue cards here. There's like a bunch of, you know, your opponent's creatures get -4, -0, or whatever. Just things that are not super powerful.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lay out the Abzan deck and just see what it looks like. So I just
You're
think
gonna play green, black, white?
green, black, and white.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've never seen you do this before. Are you comfortable doing this?
No, I'm not. So CVM's gonna make fun of me for doing this, but whatever.
This is a new strategy for you.
I don't know how good Death Frenzy is. What do you think about that card?
I actually did a sealed yesterday where I put it on the bench, and I wasn't sure if it was right or not. Like, you would think in the Morph format where -2, -2 everything is like really good. I think there are situations where it's good. I think there are situations where it's like pretty bad too.
Yeah, I agree.
It feels kind of sideboardy. I don't know. I could definitely see us both being very wrong about this card. And it's just awesome you're supposed to play it every time.
I mean, it kills morphs, so
yeah.
It does kill morph creatures. All right, so let's see what.
That's a pretty good curve.
Yeah, the curve's actually really good, and I have a lot of like the good Outlast guys. Like Herald of Anafenza is just super powerful. The Death Touch guy is really good, and the Flying guy is probably the best.
I think that's the best one, right?
Yeah, that's like the best one. So I have like a lot of the really good ones. My top end's really not that good though. Like, I'm probably gonna play this Dead Drop.
Oh, I think that card's great.
Yeah.
I think it is. Like, I had one in a sealed deck. I didn't ever draw it or cast it, but it seems like it's a very good card.
All right, I haven't looked at my green yet. I'm missing out.
I think your deck is a little better.
All right, that guy's really good. This card is Dragon Scale Boon is actually just really good with all the Outlast guys, because you can be like, all right, I'm gonna Dragon Scale Boon my like random guy that doesn't have Outlast, like Abzan Guide, and now he has like Flying and Death Touch or whatever.
Yeah.
So or Reach or whatever. Like, you can just blow people out. I think this card's like really, really good. And then I like.
It also lets you attack with morphs on turn 3.
It does
safely without anything really going wrong.
Yeah, and I really like Sagu Archer as well too.
So here's the question.
Yeah.
I see it with how your deck is kind of laid out.
Yeah.
You've got morphs here and here. How do you like to lay out your morphs when you're building your deck?
Okay.
Like, that's kind of hard for deck building.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So I like to lay this guy out as a 3 because he costs 6 to hardcast.
Okay.
So you're morphing him most of the time.
Okay.
But this guy's like unmorph cost is 5, which is also his casting cost.
Okay.
So I like to lay him out as a 5-drop because you're generally just going to jam him as a 5-drop.
Okay.
Like, you can morph him, but most of the time you're just going to play him for 5.
Okay.
So, man, there's like a lot of really good Delph cards that I want to play.
Big hoots!
Yeah, the hooting mandrills, but I don't think you can play that many. So like, some of the stuff's gonna have to get cut. This guy's actually fine too, the 1/5 flyer.
Yeah, so I didn't know if that card was good or not, actually. It looks like it's pretty bad, but maybe it's just a morph that you run into other morphs.
Yeah.
And flying, like you said, is really good in this format, so maybe having defense against flying, you have these 2 archers and now this, solidifies the air for you.
I'm not sure which is better out of these. Like, he has less power, but he also has flying himself.
Okay.
So you can actually attack with him. Like, you're almost never attacking with this creature.
Yeah, it's not a thing that happens.
He just sits there on defense.
Okay.
And you're almost always attacking with this creature, but he's almost never getting in for damage.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
All right. All right. How many cards is this right here?
Let's count her up.
Let's count it up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9,
I guess I could consider this too. How many more do I have?
28 it looks like.
I also have this card too, Trail Mystery.
29.
What do you think about that?
How many morphs do you have?
It looks like I have 2, 3, 4, just 5 morphs.
I like it much less that you have 5 morphs.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan.
All right, so let's get that out of there. I also don't think I want to play these guys because I think I have enough. I like those guys a lot when you're when you have issues with the early game, like as a defensive creature. Just having a 1/1 Death Toucher is great.
Yeah, it's very Typhoid Rat-esque.
Yeah, but
Typhoid Rat-esque, excuse me.
I feel like I'm going to be the aggressor in most matchups because Sealed's pretty slow, and I actually have really strong early creatures.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm going to be on the board before my opponent is most games. So I don't really want that guy because he's not a fantastic top deck later in the game.
All right, so these are our cuts so far.
Yeah, and I think I have to cut some of these too. I'm probably just going to cut this. Giving my creatures
good.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Every time I look at this card, combat tricks are typically good, but you've got you're not a Delve deck, and you also have these Delve creatures. I think you'd rather cast those than this.
Yeah, and I mean
if that's the right way to look at it.
I mean that is good on this guy.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't know how good this card is either. I don't want to spend 10 mana on it.
Oh my god, it's 10?
It's 10.
That's a lot.
It is a lot of mana.
That's a lot of mana. Okay.
All right. How many? Let's see. How many is this? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 24. I have to count with my hands because I never learned math. So yeah, I want to cut some of this. I want to cut one of these top end cards. I think I'm going to cut a Hooting Mandrills. What do you think about that?
So I guess.
Or do I cut the dead drop?
I think you keep the dead drop. I think dead drop's awesome.
I think I just want to blow CVM out with dead drop.
That's a better reason.
Even if it's not even good, I just want to blow him out. I just want him to tap 10 mana and him get tilted.
Do we have the CVM who's going to play Blue Reed?
I mean, I feel like Teamer is 100% in his range.
Okay, because if that's the case, we have to keep this.
Okay,
but
yeah.
if not, I think it goes to the bench. Depends on what you think it's going to play.
Okay.
The Tower Shell for me has been very mediocre. I've had it in 2 sealed decks. Obviously, when it attacks, it goes away right away. And then if they're not blue, it comes in and attacks, and you can just block it or let it through.
Yeah.
It's not a great card. It's a good
I
defensive
also have an Abzan banner too. I don't know if we want to play that or not.
I have not really seen the banners in action, so.
I think I probably I think this looks like a 17 land banner deck, so I can cut this.
There it goes.
And then I could cut one of these because I don't want too many of these. Or maybe I cut the Sage Eye Harrier. I'm not sure. All right, let me look at my mana situation. I have 2 of these and this.
Put me in.
Oh, I'm running it. Yeah. I mean, I'm running it for value. So. I mean, it's just a Plains, but I'm gonna run it.
It's a Plains that cost a life.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna start Death Frenzy on the bench.
Okay.
And I'll bring it in if CVM has a lot of stuff. I think it actually kills probably more stuff in my deck than it will in his.
I actually think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start that on the bench, and then there's these 1/3s with prowess, but I don't think they're that impressive. So I think that this looks pretty good. How many is this again? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 20. This is 23. So I think 17 lands in a banner is fine because my curve's actually really low.
Okay.
But I do have Outlast, so I don't mind if I flood out a little bit.
You do have Outlast. You do have
2 guides.
Yeah, casting these or just unmorphing them is expensive.
Yeah.
You have to work your way towards this. You can obviously always sacrifice this if you're flooding. I think that's the important thing about this format is you have to have the games are going to go long, so you want to have a lot of stuff to do with your mana. And you do have the Outlast creatures. This thing's insane. We have a bunch of mana.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not sure how good this Despise is going to be either, but I mean, I think it's it's a bad top deck, but there's so many bombs in sealed. I think sometimes you want to have something like that.
Okay.
So, all right. So what's the mana going to be? It looks like green's a splash here.
So that's the big question, and I'm actually interested to see how you build your mana base when you're doing this, because 3-color formats, everyone does it different.
Yeah.
I have this convoluted way of doing it where I separate in the boxes, all this crazy stuff. So I want to see how you build your mana base when you do this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna first say that I have 3 white-black lands already.
Okay.
So I already have a lot of white-black sources plus this Flooded Strand.
Yep.
Which is just a Plains.
Yep.
But and then most of my cards are white and black, and I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green. Oh, 8 green mana symbols. Oh, maybe I already counted that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So I only have 8 green mana symbols. So and 2 of these guys are morphs, or 4 of these guys are morphs. So I think I can afford to play less forests.
Okay.
So and then between
less or more. Because like your dual lands, none of them tap for green. So you
Right.
want to play more forest or less forest?
Well, like total green sources, I don't need a lot.
Okay.
But I'm probably going to end up playing as many forests as I do plains and swamps because I do have all these dual lands.
Does that scare you for the power of this card?
A little bit, yeah. So I'm thinking like 5 forests. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
That would put me at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm making you play it.
Oh, I'm playing it.
Okay.
I'm playing
All
it.
right.
Yeah. All right. So that's like so if I have 5 forests, that would leave me with so that's 9. I have 8 other things. So if I did 4 and 4, or 3 and 4, that would be 7 of each of these and 5 green sources. And I think that's fine. Or do you think that's too many green sources, or too few?
It just feels to me like because this card is so insane
Yeah.
that you want to have as many green sources as you can reasonably have is what it feels like to me. But
mean,
I understand where you're coming with 5. Maybe 6 is too many.
Like the issue I have with that is like I think playing less than 7 of black and white is just like going to be criminal because I want to cast like this and like these guys early.
Sure.
So I don't want to play 7. I don't want to play less than 7 of any of those.
Okay. That makes sense.
So I think that I'm going to I think I'm going to do 5 forests and 4 and 4. That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
5 forests, 4 swamps, 4 plains, 5, 9, 13, 17.
Yeah. I think that's my deck.
That's not a bad deck. Okay, so
I think it's a pretty good deck.
okay, here's the question, I guess.
Okay.
Is there anything like what are you like worried about with your deck? Whenever I'm building a seal deck, like before I finish writing it down and everything,
Yeah.
I think about okay, what are the kind of cards what are the kind of cards that I'm scared of? Like what don't I think I can beat? Like
Well,
can I not beat a bomb flyer? Do I have a sufficient amount of removal? What kind of game do I need to play?
so like my first fear is that CVM has a foil polluted delta and 1-ups me.
Okay, that's a real concern.
Yeah.
Number 1 on the list.
I don't know. So I have right, dead drop, throttle, kill shot, debilitating injury, and despise.
Okay.
So I'm not that worried about like an opposing bomb. I think, and I'm not that worried about an aggressive start either because like I have all these cheap guys. I have like 2 lifelink guys. I have like 4 guys or 3 guys that have like huge toughness and like this cheap removal. So I mean, I'm honestly like I think I'm worried about my opponent maybe just having too many like big mid-range threats or maybe too much card advantage.
Okay.
Would be like my fear.
Like, in some formats, like I think of, there's Mystic of the Hidden Way in this format. Like an
Yeah.
unblockable creature.
Yeah.
How can I do against that? Like it looks like you have a sufficient amount of removal to be okay against that. It looks like you're doing pretty well with flyers. You have these 3 things that have a lot of toughness.
I also have a flyer. This guy can. This guy's a flyer.
Yeah.
This guy can make a lot of my guys flyers.
Okay, so you're actually really good against flying creatures.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I actually think this is just a really well-rounded sealed deck. Like, I'd be very happy to open this tomorrow.
This is a seal deck to me that it feels very for tomorrow's tournament, very 7-2, 8-1.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a 9-0 deck.
No, it doesn't feel like a 9-0 deck. Like, I don't have like 6 bombs or whatever.
Yeah, but this deck definitely gives you some. It gives you some play, gives you some decisions. You definitely have some powerful cards. You've got Herald of Anafenza. You've got the Death Dealer. All your stuff is solid. There's nothing incredible going on, I think, besides the Death Dealer.
Maybe, but I actually think that like this Abzan Falconer is like rare quality or better.
Okay.
Like I think he's better than most rares.
Okay.
And I think that this card's actually super underrated as well.
Okay.
And I've just been really happy with all the Outlast guys in general. I think that they're like I wish I had the 2-mana first strike guy. I think he is like
That one's really good.
probably the best non-rare 2-drop in the format.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's bold.
It is bold.
Vodkin, that's a bold statement. But, I mean, that card's definitely really good. It seems like you said, a lot of the Outlast creatures are really good. I agree with you on the Falconeer. The Falconeer is it's pretty crazy how good that card is.
Yeah, it is.
And I imagine that when you're playing against Christian, you'll be able to put the combination together of Dragon's Guild Boon, maybe on this thing with the Falconeer and be able to just go to town.
Yeah, I don't think he can beat Baneslayer Angel, but we'll see.
That's hard.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what happens. All right, well, this thing's ready to go outside of basic lands, so you're going to play, I think, 5 games against Chris.
Yeah.
Predict your record. Think it's going to go 4 games, 5 games, or an easy room?
I think I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1.
4-1.
4-1. Who thinks it's going to go 4-1? Anybody?
5-0.
We have a 5-0 fan.
5-0, all right.
5-0. Very confident in your
Yeah.
ability to beat Chris. Okay.
I'm happy about that. So.
Well, Brian, I wish you the best of luck. Your deck looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good start. It's not surprising that you are black, green, white, given what you play in every format of every tournament, but here we are.
Are there actually cards in other colors in there?
It does not look like there are any good red or blue cards.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
it's a junk deck or an Abzan deck for you new school
No, it's
players out
junk.
there. No, it's definitely Abzan. So, good luck. We'll get Chris and Patrick in here in just a minute. I'm a member of
Team BBD.
I want this. I'm keeping
You
this.
can keep that.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, we're going to bring him in. We're going to bring him in. I like the deck, actually.
No, I think it's actually.
Yeah, I think this deck's actually pretty. Yo, wow. Wow. Here he comes.